How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, yeah, the title is true, real, and correct. Another mass shooting in Palm Springs, California. And they were very hush-hush about this. I had to dig on this one. So, my royal family, these mass shootings are commonplace now in the streets of America, with a slight twist. So let's watch these videos and go on this journey.
What happened to 4 people found dead overnight in Palm Springs? Here's what we know right now. There was a deadly shooting in a neighborhood just south of Ramon near El Cielo. Then a car crash just a few blocks away, all within the same hour, and police say they may be connected. News Channel 3's Jake Ingracia has the latest developments right now live on scene in Palm Springs with reaction from neighbors about the dramatic scene they woke up to today. Jake.
Yeah, John, 2 crime scenes just around the corner from each other. The first, where police last night discovered a victim of a shooting laying in the middle of the road. Neighbors say that they heard the gunshots, then a car tearing down the street, ending up here at this house where they heard a terrible crash. You can see the skid marks here on the sidewalk and the brick wall where that car impacted. That crash leaving 3 others dead.
Around 11:30, we heard some gunshots. Like 2 loud bangs.
Overnight Sunday, police responding to Cannon Drive in Palm Springs, where a man was found lying dead in the street, the victim of a shooting.
We have a table and we thought it hit the ground because there was a big loud bang.
Neighbors there left shaken.
Very scary because I have daughters and grandkids, and to know that it's right here, it's makes me don't even want to come outside anymore.
And a few blocks away, police closed down Sunny Dunes Road to investigate a car accident. They got the calls just 35 minutes apart. Residents nearby recall hearing that crash.
I live right on the opposite corner of where it happened, and I heard this terrible noise at about 11:30 at night. It was a sort of a crash and then a screeching noise.
Police say 3 people were found dead in this car.
It's scary because it's so close to your own home, you know, and you think, well, that could have been me.
In the morning, crews washed away blood from the shooting crime scene as neighbors looked on, worried about the safety of their neighborhood.
It being in the backyard, it doesn't seem very safe at all anymore. Sometimes my daughter would come outside and be on the patio here. She won't be doing that anymore.
And damage at the scene of the crash as well. Police say this crumpled Toyota Corolla collided with a parked Jeep, sending it across the street. Crews there cleaning up debris and towing the car. This all happened right in front of Mendy Silvestre's home.
When I saw the ambulance that they already give up, they already left, I know some person died in that car crash.
Many unanswered questions remain tonight, including whether those 2 incidents are related, and that's what police are trying to figure out as they work through these incidents. And coming up all new at 6 in my report, hear from a neighbor who says that he heard a suspect flee and hide under a truck outside his house. Again, that's all new at 6, but for now, reporting live in Palm Springs.
All right, my royal family, as we continue on.
Live at 5 on a quadruple murder case in Palm Springs. This man, 19-year-old Jose Laren Garcia, you're going to see him in a moment, now charged with 4 counts of murder and the deaths of 4 people found at 2 crime scenes Sunday night in Palm Springs. Apparently, we're still working on getting the picture of him.
News Channel 3's Lauren Coronado just spoke with police and is live at the Palm Springs Police Department. And Lauren, what are police saying about this arrest?
Well, Karen, this person was on their radar early on in the investigation. They actually arrested the 19-year-old man of Cathedral City Monday night in front of the Greyhound station in Indio. And today that man was in court pleading not guilty to all 4 murder charges. Today he's being held without bail. That's according to the district attorney's office. Police say the 2 homicide scenes appear to be connected. One scene on Sunny Dunes where the 3 teenagers involved in a crash were found dead and had suffered gunshot wounds. Those 3 victims have been identified as 19-year-old Jacob Montgomery, 17-year-old Juliana Garcia, and 18-year-old Juan Duarte. The second scene was on Cannon Drive, where a man was found shot and killed. Sergeant Mike Cassavan with the Palm Springs Police Department tells me there is reason to believe that all 4 victims were on Cannon Drive during one point Sunday night. Tonight, Cassavan is sharing what led to Laren Garcia's arrest.
He was arrested the night of February 4th at the Greyhound station after we developed probable cause to believe he was in possession of a high-capacity magazine, and that's what he was arrested for and sent to the Indio County Jail for that.
Now, Laren Garcia's next court date is scheduled for February 20th. It's not clear if he worked alone or if there's another person of interest. Now, if convicted, this is the first quadruple homicide to ever happen in Palm Springs and the entire Riverside County. That's according to PSPD's knowledge. I've also been in contact with the 3 victims who were involved in Sunday night's crash. I've been in contact with their families, none who say that they even recognize the suspect that we've revealed today. Now, tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll have more on the
Okay, my royal family. So, we have the mass shooter right here. All right. And the next video that I'm going to play, I'm glad that they put this video up, because what y'all going to hear is what is going to continue to happen in the streets of America. Now, we've been hearing about mass shootings, and 9 times out of 10 it's the enemy, specifically the white male. And when I had did the story about the mass shooting in Chicago, I'm not surprised that even our own will do this too, because I'm gonna keep repeating myself, my royal family. In this cesspool that we are living in, this lockdown that we are in, we all have been affected by the system. We all. I don't care how strong you are, and I feel like I'm very strong mentally. I can personally tell you it affects me to see our family be slaughtered in the streets of America. This soil in America is soaked with our blood, soaked. And this is nothing more than what the word I would call retribution. I'm looking at it strictly spiritual. And y'all remember what I said this summer? I had said that Yah told me from here on out, the white woman would be the first to get his wrath from now on. And that does not dismiss the white man, because he has upheld her shit. And this is part of it, what I'm going to show right now, and then I'm going to close it out.
That left 4 people dead. A mother is identifying her son as one of the people killed. News Channel 3's Lauren Coronado sat down with the victim's mother and grandmother. She joins us live outside the Palm Springs Police Department with more on the family's message to the public. Lauren.
Karen, that's right. The family desperately asking the public for help in solving this 4-person homicide investigation, calling it all a horrible tragedy.
He's not going to walk to that door ever again. He's not going to walk to that door ever again. That's the hardest part.
Dana Beauchemin is identifying her son, 19-year-old Jacob Montgomery, as one of the 3 young people involved in the crash in Palm Springs late Sunday night, where police found all 3 victims dead with gunshot wounds. Beauchemin says Montgomery lived with his grandmother, Edie. She was the first family member to find out of Montgomery's death the following day, one of his friends breaking the news.
He was in tears. I mean, really in tears. And he said, Jacob is dead. And I said, what? I said, you are not telling me the truth, or you putting a prank on me.
A tragic reality, Bushaman remembering her son.
He was loved.
He was loved by a lot of people.
He was loved by a lot of people.
The family now asking the public for help in solving the case.
I'm sure there's somebody that knows something. I don't know who came out of the house. I don't know who lived in the house that they were at. But if there's somebody in that house, driving by, neighbors, friends of Jacob.
You can still see the tire marks where that crash happened and a growing memorial right here honoring the 3 victims. And a 4th victim, a 25-year-old man, also found shot and killed just blocks away about half an hour after the homicide involving Montgomery. Police and Montgomery's family still unsure if the homicides are connected.
It's a tragedy, it's maybe gang-related, is whatever it is, those 4 lives are gone. And one of them is my grandson. And I'm very sad, I'm hurt.
And it's my only child, her only grandson, and the firstborn of all the great-grandchildren, and the first one to go.
Now, a GoFundMe page has been set up to help with Montgomery's funeral expenses. You can find a link on our website, KESQ.com. A local restaurant in Palm Desert is also helping raise funds for that service. You can find those details.
All right, my royal family, that is the end of that. I'm going to put the link here. If you want to listen to the press conference, it's 14 minutes long. I didn't want to boggle y'all with that and get to the core of what's really going on. And let me go back here as I close it out. Now, black women have been wailing in the streets of America, seeing our kings and our royals, specifically our royal sons, but I'm not excluding, because our queens also are a victim of this stuff too. And this is not going to stop. Now, the space and time that we are in, my royal family, it's time for Esau to be fully punished. Fully punished. And they do not know where it's going to come from. See, they always looking at us. They always looking at us. It could be the very closest people to them, or it could be the very people that they feel more comfortable around, because when they are around us, they feel inadequate. They feel some kind of way because of the energy that comes off of us, and that's being royal. And a lot of us are not aware of it, but pay attention to it. You can step in a room full of the enemy, and they will stop everything they doing. It just naturally happens, and we're not always aware of this. So now it's time to feel the pain in the streets of America. White women will be wailing the loudest, and it'll get louder and louder and louder, because they don't think this stuff could ever happen to them. See, we here in the royal family, we have to live in reality, and our royals have to live in reality, because we have to, on a continuous basis, school our royals about this system. And it is what it is. I know people say it's unfair. We try to shield them from it. No, keep it core. That's what my father did to me. If my father did not keep it core with me, you wouldn't be hearing nothing about me. He didn't want me to be walking in the streets of America delusional at all. So y'all see where it's going from. I'm going to point out one more thing. That mass shooting that they had just recently, where that guy went in the bank, he laid all women down. I think 3 of them was white. I don't know the other race of the woman, and laid them down and blew their brains out. I mean, the level of cruelty is amazing to me. Somewhat amazing, let's put it that way, because I'm not surprised by the enemy's true nature. Now the enemy gonna have to deal with everybody, because wherever they go, they leave their shit. And these people have been messed over too as well. So they don't know where it's coming. But remember, they always thinking it's us. They always watching us. Always. But it's so much stuff going on now in the universe, the space and time that we are in, they don't know where to look. Trust and believe. The majority of them are asleep. It's going to take them a while to fully realize that America has fell completely on her face. And I'm going to bring this up again. I'm looking at the precision of Yah. The precision. I mean, it is amazing to me. Everything is over with. We're out of this captivity, and these events are getting faster and faster and faster. And people are worried about their immediate situation. You see how repeating something over and over, eventually it will manifest itself. So we need to continue to do what we need to do, because we're seeing examples of, wow, this thing is really happening. So my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.